Hey, what's up? It's Gabe here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I got a pretty busy day because I got a few things that I got to do. Number one being I got to take care of the top of this head right here. It's an absolute disaster, which means I got to get a haircut, or I got to get all of them cut, not just one single hair. But anyways, after that, I actually have an interview to go to, which I'll talk more about that a little bit later in the video. And then finally, I also have to get a workout in, got a back day today. I already did a push day. Maybe I'll include that in this video too, or maybe I'll put it in a separate video. I'm not quite sure. But with that said, we're gonna get this going. Got to get this haircut. Got this appointment coming up in a very short amount of time. So I'm gonna go there and take care of this absolute disaster. All right, let's go. All right, so made it to the spot, made it here about 15 minutes early, which I didn't realize how quick it was to get here, but they have one more minute till they open up before I can get the haircut. And what I was doing while I was waiting was listening to a couple different podcasts that's gonna help with copywriting and marketing and content creation, because I'm always trying to level up what's in here so I can make better videos and better content, not only for the vlog channel, which is really still just about whatever I want it to be. A prime example being my last video, which didn't exactly perform very well because it's a different topic. But if you haven't seen that yet, I thought it was a pretty great video. Go ahead and check it out. It's about me organizing my office and everything like that. But with that said, that's what I was doing, always trying to become a better creator and learn more about how to communicate on video, off video, anywhere in life, because that's going to apply to what I got going on later in this video. I'm going to go ahead, get this haircut done, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, skipping ahead a little bit, I already got my haircut, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a little bit, but right now I'm actually in a drive-thru for Honeydew Donuts, about to pick up a sandwich and a coffee for my wife. She hasn't had this place very often, so I wonder if the sandwich is any good here. We'll find out, I guess, but I'm gonna do that and then head home and get ready for the day. Dude, thanks so much.
Does your hair look bad?
It looks terrible.
Oh my god, what did they do to you?
No, that's not a good sign.
Is it gonna be okay?
We'll see. Right here, this is for you.
Why did you let them do that to you? What is this?
This is breakfast.
You look like Dumb and Dumber.
All right, so back home, got all nice and ready, and it's now finally time to reveal the haircut that my wife reacted the way she did about. And it is perfectly fine. But the thing is, before, my hair was down, like straight down. So I look like, well, like you said, Dumb and Dumber. Is it manageable now?
Yeah.
It works?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey,
She
listen.
says no, though.
No?
Her daughter says no.
Well, here's the deal.
Yes.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I got a disappointment to be at,
Yeah.
and I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, so here's the deal. You know how not too long ago I got a new job and I'm starting to make a little bit of progress in it? Well, that job is no more. That job was never gonna get me where I needed to go, even though, well, let me rephrase. It could have gotten me where I needed to go if I was a single 20-year-old with no real responsibilities and I had time on my side to build up a book of business and build a lot of sales and build a career out of it, and then eventually over a couple of years build up enough of like a commission base to have tax returns that say I have growing commissions year to year in order to purchase a house. Because if you've been watching the videos over the course of the year, I've been talking a lot about buying a house, and a commission-based job, even though it has a base pay, is not gonna make it work. Not yet, at least. Not until I'm able to work a commission-based job for a couple of years. So, with that said, right now I'm about to head into an interview. I actually had an interview yesterday as well, but I didn't vlog anything. And I had an interview the day before as well, and another one yesterday. So I've been having a lot of interviews, which is really, really good. All for jobs that are much more likely to make it work in order to have enough pay in order to buy a house, because that's the ultimate goal. Because we've been at my in-laws' house for over a year now, and that's not okay. That's way too long. That was not the original plan, and I gotta make some changes in order to fix that out. Even my job at the gym, it was a great place to work. I had a good time there, but it was never gonna get me where I needed to go. So what I'm about to do is an interview for a manager position, and if I happen to get the job, it pays enough for what I need to do, which is buy a house and move my family out so we can be on our own, be adults again, and have a good time in our lives. And I can move towards the future that I have set in my mind and build a really good life. And my wife, of course, is on the same page with me. So with that said, I'm quite a bit early to this interview, but I'm gonna head in there in a little bit, get settled in, have this interview, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so here's the deal. The interview, I think it went pretty well. The conclusion was that we do a second interview, which is usually a good sign. So I'm pretty confident with my skills and ability in order to get that job. But moving on, we're actually going to talk about this back workout here, which is very, very simple, very straightforward, but it works. I was just doing 2 sets of chin-ups, 2 sets of rows, 2 sets of curls, 2 sets of hammer curls, and 2 sets of face pulls. So as we go through this workout, I'll break it all down. Now, what I'm doing these pull-ups on, or chin-ups, is the Cap Walmart squat rack. It's like $100 on Walmart's website. Can't go wrong with that. Did a set of 10, then did a set of 7, which I only had like a 2-minute rest. And I guess I need maybe a little bit longer rest times to keep my reps up for chin-ups, but I'm trying to keep the workouts brief because my days have been incredibly busy lately, and they're only going to get busier if I get the new job, which is going to be like a 50 to 60 hour work week. So moving on to the rows, what I was trying to do here is I was trying to match my grip to what my bench press grip is, because I think that's a good idea to do, but I didn't really feel it that well. I didn't really feel it much at all. So I tried again the closer grip on the rows and kind of stood a little bit more upright than the last set, and it actually felt way better, way more trap activation, way more lat activation, even more bicep activation. It was an overall better grip for me and my body specifically. Now, I know some people do a wider grip, some people do a close grip, and I guess it's really about finding what works best for you, but did 2 sets of 10 there. And my goal here is to get from 8 to 12 reps. Now, these weights are not really heavy for me, and that's not the point. My point is to really focus on the contraction of the muscles, really feel the muscles that I want to be working being worked. And if I can do that and increase the reps and increase the weight over time, then I'll be going pretty well. But the only thing is, with my weight set, I have plenty of dumbbells up to 30 pounds, but I only have 25s, 10s, and 45s for the plates. I don't know why I said in that order, but I did. So I might have to go ahead and pick up some 2.5s and 5-pound weights so I can get those smaller jumps. Because if I go from doing the rows that you saw earlier with 95 pounds all the way up to 135, even though I've done 135 rows, I've even done 225 Pendlay rows in the past, it's not exactly great for the type of progression that I'm going for. So paying the $50 on Amazon to go ahead and get those smaller plates will go a long way, so I can do smaller jumps and make smaller progress and do it more consistently over time, instead of doing like a 20-pound jump here and then a 15-pound jump there. Like, you want to do the smallest amount possible, and having those micro plates or the regular small plates is a good way to do that, so you can make that steady progress. But the bicep curls you saw, those went fine. Did 2 sets with the 20s. Gonna work those up to the 25s next week. And this year, did the hammer curls for 2 sets. And then the face pulls. This is a very weird movement, because usually you do this on like a cable, or pretty much just a cable really. But I was trying to do them with the dumbbells, so I'd be kind of doing like a bent over row position and pulling to the face. And it kind of works. It hits the rear delts pretty decently. It hits the upper traps pretty decently. Felt pretty good. Gonna work up the reps and the sets on this, not the sets, the reps and the weight on all these exercises, and this one included. And then of course, you gotta hydrate. Hydration is the key to life, that is for sure. If you're ever having trouble in life, drink more water. And with that shot that I just missed, I should probably just drink more water because I missed it again. But of course, you gotta go for the dunk, and that's that. So cringy basketball moves aside, I am finally making the right decisions in the right direction to reach the goals that I have set for myself and for my family, and I am very, very excited. And the cool thing is if I get one of the jobs that I've been talking with, they all pay a livable salary, a salary that can get us into a home, a salary that can pay for food, a salary that can pay for our very expensive brand new car, and I am very excited. So we can finally be on our own and do what we need to do. And so my wife can take care of our babies all the time and just be with them, get them everything they need. And that is how we're gonna live our lives. And I am very, very excited to make this happen. So the only thing I need to do is just set up those second interviews, get the job, choose which one I want at this point, because that's how it's gonna go, and get started. And then completely change the path of our lives yet again, but in a good way, in a very, very good way. And also, the channel's been growing, and I'll talk more about that in a future video on why I was able to gain like 25 subscribers in a day doing one weird trick. If you want to learn more about that, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and watch another video on the channel if you enjoyed this one on the end screen coming up in just a second. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.